rich man's got it easy, and the poor man's got to be tough. The fight for love and glory never seems to be enough. Good things fade too easy. The shadows never rest. Start sorting out what fades away from things that stand the test. Start sorting out what fades away from things that stand the test. Sorting out what fades away from things that stand the test. Take its toll on you and all of your stuff. Just when you think you're getting over, time and circumstance will call your bluff and leave you out there on the edge of the world, feeling the zen. Sound of one hand clapping, no way out, and what then? Rich man got it easy, and a poor man's got to be tough. To fight for love and glory never seem to be enough. The good things fade too easy. Shadows never rest. Start sorting out what fades away, things that stand the test. Time, oh time, flow on like a river. Carry me just like a lead to the sea. Oh, deliver me. The days come down to a pile of stories scattered on the ground. When you're dancing on the high wire, you don't dare to look down. You're running around on the spinning wheel, cards close
Alright, hey, what's up, everybody? This is Agasically Stamus from Gearworks.com and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, and this channel right here, the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube. We're going to start and try and play the conclusion to the Malaysian Grand Prix in F1 2012. I don't know that this is going to work. The game has been sitting paused now for 3 hours, so I believe I have everything configured and set correctly to relaunch the stream. I just verified that we've got good voiceover commentary coming out in the live stream. Generally, games on Windows don't behave well a lot of times when you have them paused for an extremely long period of time. So quite honestly, I don't know what we're about to get. But let's hope that it is something good, and let's hope that sound is configured correctly too. Here we go. Let's push the red button. Holy cow. We are live. We are back. I'm in position 16. I have completed my pit stop. I'm on a one-stop strategy. The question is I don't know that I remember the feel of the car. Oh! What the flock, dude? Well, that was all on him. I am taking no responsibility for that whatsoever. I'm glad to see that the judges have not rendered unto me a penalty. So we are just over 50% complete. I have had, quite frankly, an incredible resurgence in this game by, come on, get off, by enabling the driving line. Who is that? Schumacher. You would figure that jerk would have run into me like that. Oh, I did not intend to overbrake that much. Enabling the racing lane. Enabling the racing line has done a couple things. It's enabled me to drive on the racing line. But the main thing it has also done is it has kept me really hyper aware of where the rest of the field is going to try and drive to, and therefore has positioned me well to block them off without having to constantly do the gymnastics of
picked up some marbles, expect reduced grip until you can wear them off. Stay on the racing line.
Overall, it's just by taking my pride down a notch, my ride has just vastly improved. Because I have been struggling. I mean, first Grand Prix I came in, I should have placed 19th. But I picked up a couple penalties and wound up pushing me back to 24th now. HRT Cosworth in this season is a brand new team. The car is fairly weak in comparison to other teams and testing and money that they have allocated. If you've never been a Formula One fan and never watched any of those races, it is, no joke, the most expensive sport in the world when you talk about the teams and their cars, the testing facilities, and the salaries associated. The technology is just some of the... Gross, John. Now what I'm going to have to do... Oh! He's trying to get you down the inside.
Really well. 6 places up on where we expected to finish.
This is... No! And hence the video game is one of the most challenging driving racing games that I've ever played. Particularly when trying to play it with a controller and not on a wheel and pedals. The competition is relentless from the AI, and I have it turned down to one of the lowest levels possible. But again, I have this thing about typically not wanting the racing line to be on in video games and racing games when I play them. And this was the smartest thing I've ever done in a driving game, is turn that blasted racing line on. And one of the things it's done is it's allowed me to get into the in-cockpit view, which is not normally where I drive, particularly with a new game. I've played lots of Formula 1 games. I have not played, I maybe have played a few rounds of F1 2012. I have not played on this specific PC. And even if I haven't played in months to years. I'm going to break right here and listen in to the live stream really quick and make sure everything's good to go. Okay, so it sounds like everything is good. I just want to also update the chat. For some reason, YouTube defaults to top chat instead of live chat. All right, here we go. Back into the race. I only have to hold it together for 4 more laps. Should be feasible. This will actually be my last session in F1 2012 before I switch over to the PlayStation 4 starting tomorrow.
Okay, times are looking good.
I don't know that I'll be live streaming tomorrow. This will be my last Monday and Tuesday off. And I just had to outbreak Gross John. This is the only way that I can really beat these guys out. Now, of course, I had us putting in a lot of wear on my tires and brakes. Sometimes that's what you have to do. I'm also a bit under threat as to whether or not I will actually... I'm pretty sure I'll finish this race. I don't know that I'll get a full 45-minute live stream in. Or else I'd like to be able to relax a little bit while gaming, but I am super tense. Was on the front edge of my seat. Of course, the problem in this game is the smallest mistake, and it is race over, particularly in these last laps. Even with the rear view mirrors, I'm finding that I really have to do a full look behind view to really understand where these guys are. I probably just need to go ahead and back off on my pride and do that more frequently also, so I don't get passed on the exit of some of these turns. I did have one spin out earlier in the race. One of the reasons I love playing these Formula 1 games so much is I am a big Formula 1 fan, but since I cut the cord, there's no real easy online way to really watch the whole season. Getting back to this game, though, I am going to go back and try and figure that out again, though. Doing a good job keeping Grosjean behind, surprisingly. No! Spoke too soon. I think these guys lit up their DRS. Yeah, that's a DRS zone coming down the front straight. And they must have all had DRS enabled with me being ahead of them. So DRS is this really weird system. I don't know if they still use it in Formula 1. It's a system that came into being when I was a fan. I saw it implemented and utilized in this season. But what it does is normally you're not able to make one of the big classic Formula 1 rules is that you can't have movable aerodynamic surfaces on the vehicle. But this season, that's exactly how I spun the car last time. Whew, it's becoming quite a fight. I'm having to come... And that's where I can get the car into a spin, is when I have to come into the turn off the racing line, because I'm trying to fight him off. I need to keep in mind that if Grosjean is close like that, then that puts him in striking range of making a pass. Here he comes. Wow, great fight. Now, did I cause him? I'm going to have to go back and look at that replay. That may have caused him to get caught out, fighting me so hard. Good racing line coming out of here. Big lead coming out of that turn. I wanted to push the speed coming out of there, but Schumacher and Maldonado, these are my two worst enemies. Good, they're caught up there, back there in a pack of 3. So hopefully they'll get so clustered up with each other that they won't get to be that much of a threat. Nope, here comes Schumacher. Oh. Trying to make his move. Watch the rear view mirrors. Coming left side. Sounds like 2 of them got into each other back there. Man. DRS will be coming on. Here comes Maldonado. Blast it. Outbrake him. There's got to be something I can do with these rear view mirrors, because by the time I can see them, they are already in position to make their pass. So yeah, playing this game now is like the only way for me to hear that high-pitched engine whine in my ears, which is just so great to hear. Ah, flippin' A. I can see what Maldonado's trying to do. He's trying to wind me up. No. No. If I make a mistake and he gets by, I will never catch him. Where's the front straight? Man, he's right up my tailpipe. You almost lost it right there. You're on the front straight. He's going to try and make you over-defend. You're now on the front straight. If he's going to make the pass, he's going to have to do it here. Nope, you got him. Yeah! Wait, what? No! How did I... Is that 10-second penalty not... How in the world did... I don't... That makes me really angry. How in the world could I have... There's no way. How in the world did I finish 15th and wind up 22nd? And I don't even know when I got that 10-second penalty. Oh, there's got to be a way for me to... That's me advancing the camera. Oh, that's slow motion. I cannot believe that. Like, I think I'm angrier than I've ever been at a game. Like, if I literally fought that guy off to 15th and then got dumped at 22nd because of a 10-second penalty. Which just means what happened was, I mean, everybody who was 15th through 21st was packed really tight on the time. And that single 10-second penalty just dumped me all the way down. That's so frustrating. Well, and this replay's not giving me any telemetry at all. Unbelievable.
Mic off. Mic on.
So, the winning, so Hamilton's time is 25:52, 5:63. (1:22, 8:16). So my actual time would have been 1:12, 8:16. And I would have finished in 15th. But because of the penalty, I got bumped back to 22nd. That's... Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tweak the settings so that penalties don't... Because 99% of the time the penalties are because of the way that the AI in the game is driving and not because of how I'm driving. That's such a crock of crap. Ugh, that frustrates me to no end. So I'm wondering, can I restart the race and change that penalty setting? No. Driving control, no, because you can't change. Because you can't change difficulty settings. That's almost a full day of the time that I have available for this game down the drain. Unflippin' believable. Rules and flags. Oh, and you can't drop them anymore. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable a flashback so that if I get a frickin' unwarranted penalty, I can roll that back. Normally I don't ever use flashbacks in driving games, but like I don't know how to deal with the fact that this AI is just completely disregards running into you, but then the marshals give you the penalty. So frustrating. Great. Alright, fine, that's how we're gonna have to run it, I guess. I guess it doesn't matter that I had to basically wipe out the results of that race. I was so pumped up to have finished 15th. And again, if you're unfamiliar with Formula One, the reason I'm pumped up to finish 15th is because when you have a non-competitive car from one of the lower fielded teams, it's actually really impressive if you finish, mid-pack like that.
Mic off. Mic on.
Alright, so what we gotta check is I gotta check what button I hit to... Can you not find the control schemes? Driving controls. I don't know what button you hit to do a flashback. Curves. I don't know. So I guess I haven't been using curves, which I guess is enabled all the time. That might also be a reason why. Rear wing DRS. Reset controls. I'm guessing that flashback. So that's good. Car status is B. I didn't realize that's where that was, so I believe I can bring up telemetry. Okay, so back button must be where you can use flashback. Now I got additional controls I gotta remember here. So curves left button, car status B. And flashback is the back button. Alright. Guess I'll just go to the track.
Set.
Now, I don't remember. So I wouldn't have changed any of the car tunings. I may have flip. That may have been where I changed I may have changed to a I may have changed my fuel load though. I guess I'll just have to wait for it to start and then immediately hit restart it and take it back to the paddock. Oh no, really? Once you're past that point, flip. Well, I've already erased the results. It's not that much to go back again. Alright. Let's just verify that flashback stuck. Yep. Let's go to the session. It's a really frustrating day here.
Mic off. Mic on.
Alright, so what I missed last time was... So I can't change my... Okay, so that looks... I guess that's the same fuel strategy that I put on last time. Alright.
Standing by.
I think what I did was I bumped it up to make my pit 1 lap later than whatever the default was. That may have been 5, and I may have bumped it up to 6 last time. But just in case, I bumped it up to 7 here. Oh, I should have checked the rearview mirror thing again too. Oh well. Now, last time I didn't start off in the cockpit, so we'll see if that makes a difference here on my start. Ugh. Oh! That was not intentional. Let's see if the marshals give me the penalty and I have to use that flashback right away. Doesn't look like it. Turn 2. Why does it still have me in 21st? Okay, 14th. Come on, Rosberg.
Stay with him. He might make a mistake and we can regain the place.
Really got me out of sorts with that move. Okay, but no penalty. Car just handles so differently here at the beginning of the race. It probably feels a little different too because I've got a little extra fuel on board this time. Lost the racing line there for a second. DeResta. Really trying to get settled back into the same groove and feel that I had last race. You can definitely feel where I've loosened the car up to try and give it some more top-end speed. Also makes it inherently less stable. Oh, that's right. Now I remember. I got a penalty for cutting a corner. For cutting a corner last race. That's what that 10-second thing was. Not for a collision. Senna. Is that Maldonado? Nope. Senna's Maldonado's teammate, both of these guys. Although I have been eating Senna's lunch most of the time, but still. I wanted to make the pass there on Kiki. Or Nico, rather. Decided patience was the better part of the valor there. Got another look inside. Couldn't make it happen. I'm also a little bothered because I don't know that I'm going to be able to get in a full 45 minutes here before I have to suspend play. Ugh! No penalty, no penalty. Drove down the inside of him there. Also got to look on Maldonado here. Go outside. And to be quite honest, I just don't know how to... No! I got somebody on me too, and I don't know... Blast it, Rosberg got me. Senna. Ugh! Just not finding good places to pass here. Stay a little tighter on him this time.
The guys have run the numbers and we calculate that Rosberg will be pitting within the next 2 laps.
Come on, you guys. Ah! Ah! I bet that's going to give me a penalty. I wish I knew how to check on my marshal status to determine if I have a penalty against me or not. Lost the racing line there. Focus. As far as I can tell, I have not gotten a penalty for either of those two incidents.
Try and close the gap to the car ahead. It's currently 2 seconds.
I guess I'll continue to drive this and see if I do actually have a penalty. I don't think I do, though. A little gun shy now after being so harshly punished in my first attempted run. One problem I have is I don't have the normal information panel that I normally have in the lower left with my fuel load and the DRS indicator. You weren't paying attention, you were looking at that blasted information panel.
Separates us and the car behind. 4 seconds.
Good, so I'm putting time up against them, that's good. Probably because I've been pushing so hard to chase my car ahead. And I think that information panel is what also tells me whether or not Kurz is engaged.
Okay, it looks like the car ahead is trying to create a gap. He's running full revs, maximum power.
But I do think I have actually been activating Kurz, which is why I definitely need to look up how Kurz is activated. I don't know if it's a one-button push or if it's more that it always dumps that power back to acceleration if you just leave it alone. So Kurz is a system that was enabled in Formula 1 that takes kinetic energy that is built up under braking and then makes that energy available for acceleration. But I can't remember if it's automated or if it's like a capacitor, like a battery, or a capacitor rather, that then you hit the left button.
For the car behind, he's only 2 seconds down on you.
Ooh, how did he catch up?
If you make a mistake.
I pit next lap.
The pit crew are ready for you at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
No. Now that's what I don't understand, why they passed me like that. But again, no penalty. Yeah, so it may be that I haven't been getting unjustly penalized for collisions, but it's because I cut that corner.
Behind you, try to build a gap.
Are you kidding me? Frick. What I need to do is...
Behind is on the harder tyre, so he's meant to be slower. We're going to need you to build a gap if you can.
Why is Button on hard tires? Guess he's trying to conserve tire wear? It's a really weird strategy. I have successfully fought Schumacher off once before, but this is Button's year, I just don't know.
Don't forget, pit in this lap.
Show me the blue line. Last time I almost missed it because I didn't know what the heck I was looking at. Almost tossed the car there.
You've picked up some marbles. Expect reduced grip until you can...
No, I'm good. Just get me in the pit. I'll have 3 seconds to take a drink of soda pop. No. What the heck took so long, guys?
Be careful not to drive over the white line when coming out of the pit, or you'll get a penalty.
I gotta let Glock go. Ugh.
We think the car behind is running on full revs. He's trying to close the gap.
It came out in 13th, it's not bad. There's a chance that 1 or 2 cars are on a 2-stop strategy. Tires are cold.
We're 9 places above where we predicted. Let's carry this through to the end.
Let's carry this through to the end with no penalty. Hopefully having that flashback enabled. It may also help that Like I said, I definitely got that penalty before I switched to the in-cockpit view. Sector time is down, but that's to be expected. Coming out of the pits. Tires are still not warm. So if I get out of this second run of the Malaysian Grand Prix and get rid of that penalty, whoa! I don't think he bumped me. I just got scared because I almost impacted the wall. Ooh. Definitely almost caused me to over-defend there. I'm 10 seconds behind. That seems like a really big gap. I think I'm...
He's pitting now.
I hope what I am is 10 seconds behind first, not 10 seconds behind 11th.
There's a gap of 3 seconds between you and the car behind. See if you can increase the gap.
Tires are still not warm. Not warm enough anyway. Car was starting to skid there a bit. Sector time is up. Carried that a bit too far. No, 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 no!
We can't afford to lose too much time stuck behind the car ahead. You're far behind sector 2.
It's a frickin' straight up hero move there. I just get all those places back. I've got the car tuned so that turn-in should be a little better, but grip will be off because I have a problem getting the nose to snap over
We think the car behind is running on full revs. He's trying to close the gap.
and get me on the right line fast enough for my personal driving style.
Rosberg's right behind you. Push hard.
Oh, Nico. This is way too hard to fight in this race, in this game. And I really need them. So the way I have the car tuned, my car will loosen up and oversteer and spin faster than a lot of the other cars in the field, so I really have to watch their tendency to get me to over-defend. And put me into ridiculous late braking scenarios and wind up tossing the car. Jeez, he definitely has DRS enabled. So the good thing about the AI is even though they will be hyper aggressive and getting up alongside you, they're not gonna try and pass you on the outside of a turn. So if they get up beside you, they will brake rather than go to the turn off the racing line. Whereas I unfortunately maybe don't have that sense of caution. I may have gave up some time there. I took that turn a little more costly than I might normally do. Who's on? Senna. I also need to settle down and know when I'm going to beat these guys into the corner. And again, not get myself in a bad spot. Just let the distance to corner be the thing that wins that out. Three laps to go. I think I'm running with no penalty now. Good turn. Still can't get my lap times into the 140s. Yeah, because when he gets up alongside you there right before the turn, he's not gonna... He would have to be nose ahead of you to close you down. They're just not going to push it that hard. And get themselves in a place where they could potentially spin their vehicle. Lap 12, Senna's right on. Almost got myself caught out there because I pushed the turn too far. Missed the apex! Yeah. So I definitely dorked that up, and it was all on me. Fortunately, I was able to get back out on the track and block them off. Again, without incurring a penalty, but he is right on. Got somebody coming down right side here. I think I defended just enough, and I think my tires just kicked those last bit of gravel free as I entered that turn.
The car behind has a time penalty. Don't fight in for track position. We don't want an off.
I missed what he just said. Can't tell if he said that the guy right behind is a threat or is not a threat.
You have a 2-second gap to the car behind. We need to keep it clean so he doesn't get a chance to overtake.
2 more laps to go. No, 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 no! Flip in a... 14th. I'm not gonna be mad about that. I can be mad for not holding on to the positions I had.
Okay, we lost that position. Put some pressure on him and try to get it back.
I might be able to wind Verge up though, if I don't have another spin. If I can catch him up enough to outrig him. Ugh. Nope. Well, you tried, and that's just one of those classic things that happens when the guy behind is trying to make that pass and has to push too hard. Now I'm really just concerned about maintaining what I got. You've got to... Yeah, you had to keep Hulkenberg off enough to keep him from... Still pull out coming in 14th, and that will not be bad. We're gonna have to fight him off. He's not going into a turn, so... Okay, I think you'll cap it off here. Is that it? Chivo? Yes. Hard fought and hard won and had to do a do-over, but it worked itself out. Whew. That's some hard work there. We will take that 13th position and call it a day. Still no points. But it does put me at... I don't know why I'm 15th. In the Drivers' Championship. I think we're all just tied for last or whatever. Alright, so like I said, that worked itself out. Good, good, good. Finally actually got some experience for that. Shanghai is up next.
Mic off. Mic on.
Okay, so that's good to know that the tunings that I put in place for Kuala Lumpur didn't. I was a little concerned that they were going to increase the average amount of tire wear. It looks like that's not the case. Man, I feel like I didn't get a lot of email congratulations about how well I did there.
Mic off. Mic on.
Okay, even though you're part of a team, we both know you'll want to be outperforming your teammate in both qualifying and in races. He's got the same car, so it's pretty much an even fight in terms of machinery. Here you can keep an eye on your performance in relation to his. If you're beating your teammate partway through the season, you're on your way to becoming or cementing the role of #1 driver. As the team's #1, you'll get upgrades before your teammate, and you'll be able to define the team's upgrade path. Essentially, the team will build the car around your needs.
Alright, well that's going to wrap it up for me. Thanks so much to anybody who happened to drop by and check out the live stream. I do appreciate it. Next up for me, like I said, I'll be heading over to the PlayStation 4 and revisiting Infamous Second Son on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Not sure exactly when that's going to kick off. Could be where it'll kick off live stream. I may play some of it off stream to get started. As my 2 days off are supposed to be tomorrow and Tuesday. Or we'll also be switching up the schedule for the month of May, so that'll be posted here shortly too.
Mic off. Mic on.
Absolute beginners came to Georgetown. They were wearing Harris tweed and pork pie hats. They'd slit your throat and throw you in the gutter. But it's all you can expect from men like that. The bus is bound for Niles Bend Harbor. The ladies wear perfume to scar your nose. And the only way to reach them is to scare them. But of that you know little, I suppose. It's a magical and mystical performance as you perambulate right down the road, with your pockets full of stardust and perfection, and Jesus on your side and in your soul. had rings on every finger and 10 bracelets. Some touch with powers given by a sage. He had contemplated giving her his wristwatch. The time for him had long since gone its way. Of the city he would shuffle, while spinning on his heels and chewing beef. He had promised her he'd be a vegetarian, but he could not control his lust for meat. So Asia left the streets for greater glory, but others said that she was big with child. Whatever was the truth, it did not matter. He would hunt her down and cut her with his smile. Last time he was seen was by the pawn shop. He traded 2 gold teeth for a sack of corn, and he would plant it on the outskirts of the city as a warning that he would someday return.